Welcome to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Happy New Year. It's another beautiful day here. Tourist season is officially on. It is busy. Lots of people on the beach. This video is going to take you for a walk on the beach and give you an update on the seaweed situation. I'll just say this, things are changing. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Now just for context, we have a map here, a map of Playa del Carmen. I'm just going to circle this section right here. This is the Hilton. Now this is normally where I would do my beach walk in order to kind of look at the seaweed situation. But last week I went to this section right here on the other side of the pier because some people requested it. And then I got another request to go to this section right here, right near Park Los Fundadores to the actual Playa del Carmen Beach. And that's where I'm going to be today. I'm going to go out and take a little walk to see what's going on with the seaweed. What a beautiful morning in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Sun's just come up. This is the famous sign right here, Playa del Carmen. And people are walking past me there because they're going to the ferry. There are two ferry companies that take ferries over to Cozumel. And just past the sign there, you can see an orange sign and a yellow sign. Those are the two ferry companies that take you over to Cozumel. Now we're going to head out onto the beach here and we're going to see the ferry dock. You can see one ferry out there waiting, and Cozumel is just across the way there on the horizon. You can see it. There are some big tire tracks here. I'm wondering, is there a lot of seaweed going on here? We're going to head down to the beach here and check it out. Normally this beach is a little bit busier than the other beaches by Avenue Constituente that I go to. You've got a lot more infrastructure around here, and likewise you have the ferry dock. And there is a ferry waiting. So this beach tends to get more people on it, more action. Probably that's why you want to clean it up. But the sun's just come up. I'm out early today. It's 7:30, maybe 20 to 8. Sun's been up for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And there is the dock. And I'm just going to show you that you're going to see the top side of this dock here. That top section is where people come down that kind of ramp to get on the ferry, and that bottom section is for people that are getting off. It just goes straight out. So if you're ever getting on the ferry, you're going to be coming down from the top. So the beach looks good. Just looking at it, the water looks good. I don't see any seaweed in it. Now, if you remember from last week, I didn't see any seaweed on the beach, but I started to see it in the water. And I thought that was worse than even the week before. She just picked up some garbage there. Good on her. Trying to keep this place as clean as possible. Now, there was a big New Year's party down here, and we were down here New Year's Eve. A little bit of seaweed, nothing to be concerned about. Yeah, that just looks like, that is seaweed though, sargassum. And you can see the back of the sign there over to the left, it says Playa 2024. More seagulls than normal here, or more birds anyways. Maybe those people have some food. So there is the Playa 2024 New Year's thing, and there's the big statue, which is associated with Playa del Carmen. And that's Park Los Fundadores right there. So this is the beach right off of Park Los Fundadores, 5th Avenue, Addo bus, a taxi. So if you're getting brought into Playa, this is probably where you're getting dropped off. So those people had some food there, and that's why all the birds were around them. And as I continue to walk here, I don't see any seaweed, and the water looks really good, and it looks really calm, calmer than normal today. So, well, okay, yep, there's some seaweed. Nothing to be really concerned about. My mission today is there more than last week? That's what I'm kind of looking at. And I do not see it in the water there. I don't see it laying in the top of the water there as the tide comes in, like the waves come in like I did last week. So far, so good. And I don't see, well, that is seaweed and that looks a little bit older. I did not see any of that last week, especially that big of a clump. So that's my first telltale sign. Maybe there is more here this week. This is still early January. Yeah, okay, so we've got a little bit more than last week. My prediction is that by February 15th, if it's the same as last year, we should have some seaweed situations. This is the first week in January, and if you came down, that's not cause for concern. The amount that we have right now is not a problem. If you're thinking about coming down to Playa, yep, beaches are good, very little seaweed, no cause for concern. It's not going to affect you going in the water. As we walk down here, we're seeing more and more of it, a little bit more than last week anyways. And that is definitely the seaweed there. As I walk, it looks like we have more than last week on the beach, bigger clumps of it. I do not see it in the water. So I'm going to say that there's a little bit more this week. I see some right here. This is probably the biggest clump I have seen since I've been here. That is definitely seaweed, and that's the biggest clump I've seen. So I'm going to probably conclude that there's more this week than there was last week, and last week there was more than the week before. Still not a cause for concern, but it seems like it's increasing slowly. While I have you on here, I just want to let you know that there were 5 drownings just north of here, between here and Cancun in the last 2 weeks. Not good. If you're coming down here, please be cautious. These tides down here, it's not the easiest place to swim. And like I said, there's been 5 drownings in the last 2 weeks between here and Cancun. Seaweed is not your problem here, it seems. I heard normally they get 7 a year, and they've had 5 in the last 2 weeks here already. So I'm gonna just say, beaches look really good. Water looks really, really clean. It looks like there's a little bit more seaweed than last week and more than the week before. But I'd still just say it's not a cause for concern. If you're coming down, yeah, come on down. Beaches are looking great. Little concerned about those drownings though. And I'm just gonna say thanks for coming along on the walk. I will see you next Saturday, and I'm gonna say ciao for now.